Thursday live from Deanne Fitzpatrick studio in Amherst. This is episode number 194-ish. And I'm here with Patrick. How are you today, Patrick?
Nobody cares about that.
Oh, okay. Patrick, we have a very exciting show today for the viewers. We are going on location to the Springhill Friends Hook Nook. I think it was a hook-in all day yesterday, and we have a show that is very interesting about the Springhill hookers and all the women that were there and the rugs that they hooked. So we'll go to that. When are we going to that, Patrick?
Shortly. And then we'll come back to the studio and we'll check out the latest and greatest in new wool, and we're going to take a look out Lorna's window too. And what does that mean? Well, you have to stick around and find out.
Very good.
Hi, everyone. We are here today with Barb Murray. Hi, Barb. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening today?
Today is our annual Springhill Friends Hook Nook at Springhill, Nova Scotia. And we've invited Angela down to do some filming at our spring hook-in. And Diane is only a half an hour away in Amherst. So we're always going to Diane's, and we're thrilled that she's here in the county and thrilled that she's got the Order of Canada, and it's just a big day at the hook-in, and we'll honor her a little bit later. Springhill was a coal mining community, and there's been a few disasters that had happened. There was one in 1891, one in 1956, and the bump of 1958. There was a total of 443 men killed in the mines here, and a lot of the women ended up raising the families by themselves back before there was any support from government or anything like that. And it was hard times, and the men had good jobs in the mines, and they provided for their families very well. But then when they were gone, then the women had to take over. When the disasters happened, like especially the bump, it was like an underground earthquake, and the bump lifted up the ground underneath. So some were killed instantly and some were trapped in little bubbles. And so there was groups of men that stayed underground for a bit, and they were rescued later on. One group was 8 days underground waiting for rescue. Another group was of 12. Another group waited 12 days. And the women waited at the pit head. There was vigil after vigil. There was homes. They brought the Salvation Army came, and they fed people who were waiting at the mine head. And the news reporters came from all over the world. And it was one of the first live television reports. And people hung by their radios and their televisions to learn about it. And so Deanne's, she moved to Amherst as a younger girl, and then she knew more about the mines later on. And so 28 years ago, she said, I had it in my mind for a long time to create a map commemorating the mining history of Springhill. Over the past 5 to 7 years, I noticed that rug hooking was becoming a big part of the community life in Springhill, with 2 groups meeting during the day, plus an evening group. She said, I spoke to Bea Hatfield, who has hooked many rugs, to see if she thought the women she hooked with would be interested in carrying out a commemorative project. She said, I offered to help any way I could, and she invited me to come to their meeting and propose the idea. I thought that would be an authentic tribute, and it would make sense if Springhillers themselves were the ones to carry out the project. They readily agreed, and at our first meeting, Bea had brought along copies of the Halifax Herald documenting the explosions. On one of these yellow fragile pages, we saw a picture of the wives of the miners waiting at the pit head for news of their husbands who were trapped underground. Immediately, we came to a consensus that this was the subject that would carry out for the project. And the women of Springhill decided that they wanted to commemorate the strength and dignity of the women whose lives were affected by the disaster. There were many widows in Springhill who raised families on their own, having lost their husbands too early in the mine. It made sense to the rug hookers to acknowledge these members of the community with a hooked rug. The rug hookers have agreed that the rug will hang in the new Carson and Marion Murray Community Center, and that's Anne Murray's parents, whom the rink is named after. The rug is still in progress, but will be completed this winter. That was in 2004, 2005, and here we are, 2024, and Angela has the picture of the work in progress, and we also have the completed one up on the wall here in the center of the community center. And so, as Angela pointed out, the women in Springhill had done the hooking. Deanne had drawn it out from the newspaper, and the women contributed Deanne had contributed the burlap and the drawing, and the women did the hooking and brought in the wool. And everybody worked on it in that group. Joan's one of them. Do you want that one?
Sure.
And this rug, Dwight Gallagher had organized this. And back in the old mining days, everything was very dull and dirty with the coal mines. But they had these houses called row houses, R-O-W, and there's slight amount of color in it, and different women from the group had worked on this, and Dwight had drawn it out as best we know, and there were a lot of these houses all over town, and there's only a few left now. And then this rug up here is the Miners' Hall. And this is from another group. The Ladies of the Night had a lady that her name is Gail Ross, and she's moved back to Cape Breton. But Gail used to do big pieces, and she never used a frame. She used to just hook on her knee and hook it tight on her knee. And she used almost all blankets, and she'd tear them into 1-inch strips. And that's where the miners would go to meet, to socialize, and to have their union meetings and all those kinds of activities. And it's still in use today. It's the library, Springhill's library now.
And she hooked that without a frame?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. She just would tighten it over her knee and have strips of blankets, and it's beautiful. It's
amazing.
Yeah. So she used to hook for the Lunenburg Folk Art Festival, and she used to have 100 pieces a year ready to go in order to be part of the festival.
Wow.
And she never stopped. It was beautiful. And that was auctioned off. She had donated. It was auctioned off, and it was a fundraiser for when the community center was being built. And whoever the anonymous donor was who bought it, they donated the rug and the money back.
Beautiful. Hi, everyone. We have Ursula with us today. How are you doing today, Ursula?
Excellent. Who couldn't be better in a room full of hookers?
And can you tell us who you're with?
Yes, I'm here with the Colchester Heritage Rug Hookers, and there are about 25 of us attending today. So we have a huge range of talent in this room.
Wonderful. And can we see some of the work that's being hooked?
Absolutely, absolutely. Our friend Leon here is working on a vintage inspired pattern, a beautiful floral.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that
that's
gorgeous? The colors are just so lush.
Wow. That's
She's
quite
amazing.
large, too.
Yeah, it is quite a large rug. How large would you say, Leon? A nice floor rug.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these rugs aren't just used on the walls; they're on the floor still. You know.
That's great.
Yep, very practical.
Beautiful. Beautiful job.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
And here we have one of our newest hookers to join our group, because our group does have a wait list, and so she's one of our newest ladies, but she's already become like just a member of the family with us. And
That's great. Oh, wow.
it's
And
not
what are you
lovely?
looking?
Pardon me?
And what is this? Oh, flowers.
It's garden by Laurie Whitman Price, her pattern. She's a Nova Scotian.
Lovely.
So I'm just starting to work with yarn.
Beautiful job.
Yeah, what's nice to see is the range of what people use to hook, you know, whether it's from yarn like she's using or wool strips or some of these interesting ribbons like sari ribbon and big bulky yarns, you know, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, lots of textures.
Yes, and this here you need to meet Karen because she is one of our well-known hookers in the group. She has done many Maud Lewis patterns, but she's also well-known for the animals she does.
Oh, wow.
Karen, you want to show what you started in rug school?
Sure. I was in an animal crackers class in rug school. The teacher was Pam Bartlett from New Hampshire. And I worked on my granddaughter's golden retriever.
Wow.
And the first thing you start when you're doing an animal is the eyes, and then you go to the nose, and then you go to the mouth, and then the ears, and then you fill in the fur after.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's incredible.
amazing?
That's incredible.
And she's done all that in just the week of rug school she just came home from. So
That's incredible.
that's stunning, isn't
It's
it?
so realistic.
Yep.
Amazing.
And then here we have more. Do you want to know about Paula's little
Sure.
project? Paula, would you like to explain your mini rug project?
Yes, I'm making mini rugs out of pantyhose or nylons.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
So-
With anything.
and so I'm doing a series of 3, and I'm going to hang them on the wall. And I joked with my rug hooking group that I told them last week not to wash your rug because it might shrink. And then I showed them this. But it's very fun.
Wow, look at the color.
I know. I got the dyed pantyhose at the Rug Hooking Museum of North America down in Hubbard's last summer, and it was very economical, and I just wanted to try something new.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
So as I said, you can hook with anything.
That's right.
Anything. Yeah. Yeah. So the room, it just goes on and on.
Beautiful.
I don't
And
know
do you
how
have
much-
any work that you're working on?
I actually am working on finishing a vintage piece that one of our members, when she passed away, her daughter gave it to me. So now I want to finish it so it can go in the Heritage Rug Registry, which is coming up soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the registry is a way that people can bring their heritage rugs to the Rug Hooking Guild of Nova Scotia and that they're preserved. So what they do is they photograph them, they take down the history of the rug as long as it's over 25 years old, and then that is preserved with the Rug Hooking Guild of Nova Scotia, and then people can access those photographs later when the rugs are no longer in existence.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's my project. So I
Oh.
can show you that if you
Yeah,
have
I'd love to
time.
see it.
Okay, come on over. So this
Oh,
is
beautiful.
what she managed to finish, and so now the background needs to be done, and then the finishing needs to be done. So, but isn't that lovely?
It's beautiful.
This was very traditional back in the day. Florals were very popular in a fine cut, and so it's not really my style as much, but I'm going to finish it so that she can have it registered.
Oh, that's
Her
very
family will have a record of it.
that's very kind.
Well,
That's beautiful.
It's great to be able to do these kinds of things, really. You know, rug hooking has a lot of us quite obsessed, so we can't help ourselves.
I know that.
ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
That's right.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ursula. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Angela.
Hi, Denise. Can you tell us a little bit about your rug? It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. This rug is based on the view halfway between Dorchester and Sackville in New Brunswick, where I used to live. And I have taken many pictures of that view over the years. I think the local people call it Horseman's Hill. We would travel, my daughter and I, and we'd be coming up over that hill. And every time we came up, it was different, and it was so beautiful. And we'd say, we're almost home. And so that's what it is. It's just that beautiful view as we were coming up over the hill. It's amazing, and such a nice story as well with your rug. Well, thank you for sharing it with us, Denise. It's a mix of all hand-dyed yarns and wool. Oh, perfect. Yeah, and I did it all myself. Wow. Oh, the dyeing too. All the dyeing too. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you so much.
Everybody crazy with the gavel, but I just wanted everybody just to have a little sit down for a minute. I think Angela might have been around and saw some of your work and things that you're doing and interested in. And I, from the Springhill Friends Hook Nook, the ladies have been hooking together for decades, and we're so close to Deanne Fitzpatrick's studio, Della's studio. We used to have Connie's here, and maybe someday again. Rug hooking is so big and important in Cumberland County and outside, and I'm thrilled with the amount of rug hooking and all the people that I've met through rug hooking and what it all means to us. And I'm so proud that everyone has recognized that Deanne Fitzpatrick deserved the Order of Canada. So from the Springhill Friends Hook Nook, we have presented to Deanne Fitzpatrick in recognition of your work towards the resurgence of rug hooking and highlighting it as an art form. Congratulations on your Order of Canada. Sincerely from the Springhill Hook Nook Friends, May 15, 2024. And I'll give that to Angela in a minute. It's a wonderful thing to have happen. That's wonderful. But
Hi everyone, I'm here with Diane and I have been walking around the room admiring her stunning rugs. And as you all know, I'm a huge animal lover and I see a theme with a lot of her rugs. So Diane, can you tell us a little bit about your rug hooking and the reason that you enjoy hooking all kinds of sea creatures and animals?
I started hooking about 20 years ago. However, I retired not quite 3 years ago, so I finally got to join some groups and spend some time with other people. The lab that she's referring to, I had 2 black labs, but I love bright colors, so it was a good combination of both. And if you look closely, you can see the initials of my 2 dogs hidden in the body, because my dogs are no longer here. My fish was for my husband. My mom lives on a lake and we're there most of the time. So I gave him that for Christmas. That so he doesn't keep track of how much I spend on my wool. He thinks, oh, well, look, she's buying it for me. She's making it for me. I love turtles. I'm hoping to do a seahorse coming up before too long. And I just finished rug school last week with a course with Dwight Gallagher, and I did a scene of my mom's house. Her neighbor took a picture with a drone from the lake in on the sunrise. So that was my attempt at doing that picture.
Beautiful. Can we see a bit of your rug here? I'll just step back.
So this, I left them together. It's actually going to be a rug and then a runner.
Oh my
for
gosh.
the turtles, so I have them together. And teal is one of my favorite colors, which
Gorgeous.
you can tell. And Dwight had said at rug school there wasn't any teal, but if you look close, there's a little tiny lawn chair on the front of Mom's house that is teal. So I still got teal in the picture.
Well, they're absolutely beautiful. Your work is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Carol, and Carol's going to tell us what she's working on.
I'm working on an old pattern, a vintage pattern that I got a long time ago, and I have a tendency to favor roses and greens, as you might realize, and putting black around the outside. Hopefully it'll show it up a lot more. And we're enjoying the hook-in here at Springhill. It's always a great time.
How long have you been hooking?
About 30 years.
Oh wow. Your rug is stunning.
Thank you.
I love the color combinations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Carol. Hi, we are here with Suzanne, and Suzanne's going to talk about what she's working on.
Got this pattern from one of the old rug hooking books, and it's a cat. And I talked to my daughter about her daughter's cat, and I've got a picture of that, so I'm making this for my granddaughter.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. This is the first time I've ever done a face, so.
It's really well done. I love the cat's eyes. Wow. Gorgeous.
It's the first time I've done something like this, so.
It's looking great.
Thank you.
And I love the texture in the face.
Yeah.
And the fur. Really well done.
Thank you.
That's great. Thanks, Suzanne.
Yeah.
We are here with Mary Ellen and Anne Marie, and we're going to look at their exquisite projects that they're working on. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on?
Well, I've been rug cooking for about 7 years, and this is the first big one that I've done. It's, I would say, 6 by 8. It's called Mary Queen of Scots, and it has been a journey.
Wow.
I have enjoyed every hook I've done, every hoop I've pulled, and people keep asking me when it's going to be done, and I don't know, but I know that the journey has. I've learned a lot from it, and it's just a wonderful thing to do, and it'll be in my living room when it's done.
Nice. It's amazing. It's huge. Yep. Wow. And how long has it taken you to hook this much?
I've been working on it aggressively probably since the end of November of last year. So.
Wow, it's amazing.
Thank you.
And you look like you've got a big one you're hooking as well.
Yeah, I just finished the same rug.
Oh, wow.
About a couple of months ago,
yes.
I guess.
She's my inspiration.
So I started this one, I don't know if you want to see it, on April 1st. And it's a number 3 cut, which is like a fine cut, which generally takes a little longer, but I've been hooking for a long time.
Oh, wow. Wow. Beautiful.
She's
stunning. So how long do you think it will take you to complete that?
A couple of months.
Wow.
I'm a fast hooker.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Your rugs are stunning.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Very Terry here, back in the studio. That was a very interesting talk, Angela. Thank you very much for going down and doing that video for us. And now we are going to talk about some new wools we have in the studio.
Wow, I love those colors.
They're gorgeous. We were attracted to these wools because the man who dyes them has some really fun videos online. Anyway, they are called Arcane Fiber Works. And this one in particular is called a doe a deer. It's a female deer. You want to have a look at that, Patrick?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gorgeous.
I'd love
you
to.
can just picture a little doe peeking out of the woods. And
It's you know, kind of like the leaves that are like being nibbled by a deer on the forest floor.
Yeah,
for
isn't
example.
it?
Yeah,
Isn't
you can get that kind of feeling.
Oh, unskein that, Patrick. please.
Sure.
And these wools come in both bulky and worsted in the store.
Okay. Yeah.
They're $34.95. And
Look
they're
how
absolutely
look at that.
beautiful.
Just look at that. Wonderful.
Oh, I'm this one is called Mountain Mirage. Can't you just picture that in a blueberry field?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you know, after the berries are all gone, you got that nice like deep red kind of color going on. Yeah, let's get that unskein. Yep. Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty. And again, they come in bulky and worsted. This one is called Life Finds a Way. Isn't that an incredible? So I guess
it's like
kind of
Jurassic
like
Park, eh? Like
trees growing out of rocks, you know?
Yeah.
Like you see a tree, a random
that.
tree on the cliff, and there it is growing out of rocks. So life will find a way. That's so pretty. We had so much fun picking out these colors, but there were so many. This one is called Harvest Hues. So similarly, it's kind of like an autumn color, or
love it.
You can see it like in the farmyard, or it's beautiful. There's 5 colors. This one's called Headed Out to Sea.
Oh, isn't that great? You get like, you know, get some nice water tones and maybe the brown of like, you know, some rope or, you know, the wood of a ship, things like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like very pirate style, something like that. Yeah, there we go.
There. Oh, look at all those 5 colors together. The other thing we wanted to talk about today on the live was the look out Lorna's window we promised you.
Yeah. So let's take a look out Lorna's window. Isn't that lovely?
That's our newest kit and course. Oh, I guess maybe I should be asking Patrick. I'm the reporter.
Yeah, you can ask me about it if you
Patrick,
like.
What is this story all about?
So this rug is for years, Lorna, our lovely accountant who was in the basement, she would always say that you know, that Deanne should hook a rug that was like taking a look out of the window. And so, you know, this is kind of this is kind of that brought to fruition. We've got this nice kind of 4-panel rug here. And it's so you can get this, and we're also selling this the special you know, 4-segment frame, like that's you know, wood right in the middle there. So you can get this now. You can get it as the pattern. You can get the kit. You can get it as a course as well. The exclusive content where Deanne takes you through hooking the whole all 4 panels of it. You can get it all. It's a look out Lorna's window.
And in fact, what's the option for getting it all? On the website underneath out Lorna's window, it's
called I Want It All.
Yeah, that's a perfect name for that.
And it'll get you the kit and the course and the frame all in one big bundle.
And where on the website would we find out Lorna's window?
You can find it right on the front page.
Right on the front page.
Yeah.
Well, that's perfect. When you're looking for the live, you'll probably see it. Okay. Well, that's been a great day for us here and don't forget, Deanne always says, when you share rug hooking, you don't know what you're sharing. This is Very Terry for WRHN. Signing off. Have a great day.